Welcome back. In the previous part, we arrived in this lovely village here. And as we can see on the map, we have several different locations to go to. But we're going to start here at this shop down here and see about this quest event. Let's start with the shop if we can, though.
Come and see if you'd like.
Hello there, how may I help you? Our veggies are still good in the city, of course, just not as fresh. They're best when you buy them here straight from the farm. I sell produce directly from farmers, so you're getting the freshest possible veggies.
Alrighty.
Alright, I have some sweets here too. Oh, started baking cookies for fun a little while ago. It's nice to be able to use the village's own produce for cooking. That's if I have enough money to actually get the buckwheat cookie. Again, it's like, fine. I'll say it's not enough. Like, pay attention, me, and sell enough so I can buy it. There we go. Could just go to the snacks menu, but anyway.
Thank you.
No problem, right. Giovanni. Pardon me. I've heard that you take jobs like bracers do, yes? I've got a big problem, and I need some help. Would you be willing to hear me out? Sure, but bear in mind I ain't a bracer. I do a job if I feel like it. And I charge more than they do too. You good with that? Of course, just as long as the price is still reasonable. Easy. Doubt I'll need to charge you too much. It'll just depend on how complicated the job is. Thank you very much. You see, I'm stumped on what to do. I've been trying to make Soba Noodles, and they're just not turning out right. Someone from the city like yourself might know what I'm doing wrong. Soba Noodles? A dish made from buckwheat flour, kneaded and cut into noodles. I recall from a book that Soba Noodles are popular in Eastern cuisine, Far Eastern specifically. Bingo. You two ever had any by chance? It's popular street food back in the capital. Has its fans for sure. Pretty simple to make, but it's got a real deep flavor and smells like nothing else. Is it really? Dang it, now I'm hungry. Felt the same when the mayor told me about it the other day. So I figured I might as well try to make some myself for the Harvest Festival. I went around and asked the villagers for advice since some of them do know about these sorts of recipes. But, well, it's been a bit of a flop. I haven't been able to get the flavors right. The Harvest Festival. I think I read an article about it in the paper. Right, now I remember. They celebrate every autumn, right? That would mean this year's is right around the corner. So, I ain't exactly a cook. But I can try and give you some pointers based on the soba I've had in the capital. I think that would be a big help since you have that point of reference. Hearing about new experiences from new people is really interesting to me. Thank you for hearing me out. Your thoughts, Van? She's eager for help, but we've got to accept it, of course. Just so I can get that mirror, really. Boom. Not really a job for a Spriggan, but we've got the time. Alright, I'll take it on. I always make sure to do the job right, so I want some good soba out of this. Oh, thank you so much. I'll do my best. I'm getting excited for some noodles myself. So, where do we start with this? Good question. So you said you tried to make some and it didn't go so hot. Maybe that's the problem. They need to be hot. What about them? That didn't come out right. Well, the flavor was off and so was the appearance. It looked more like bread. The dough turned out powdery when I was cutting it, like it wasn't put together very well. It took me so much effort to cut it that I just sort of mangled the dough. The result didn't even look like noodles. The outside was all soggy and wet, but the inside was still chalky. It didn't soak evenly at all. That implies something might have gone wrong when making the dough. Perhaps there's more to making it than ordinary bread dough. And then the flavoring sauce. I tried to mix it up and make a flavor more familiar to the villagers here. So I ended up using basil as my base. It wasn't inedible per se, but it just didn't seem quite right. Yeah, sounds like you leapt before you looked there. Best to stick to the recipe. Well, yes, you're right. So there's a lot to unpack here. But before we can dive in, we'll need to figure out how to make the stuff ourselves. So you said you learned about the dish from some of the villagers, right? Ah, yes, mostly from Mayor Wen and Modana. They were a great help. Both can trace their roots to the east, so they had a general idea of how the recipe went. Well, that's a good place to start as any. Feel free to kill some time until we're done asking around. Of course. Thank you for your help. But no problem.
Commencing mission.
Ah. Topics. Certain 4 SPGs will present topics. So press square to present topics to certain individuals. Is there someone called Shakar? Like, okay. If you wouldn't mind checking with Motona and Mayor Wen for me, I'd appreciate it. I'll finish the rest of my house work while you're out. Okay. So is there anyone specific? We'll stay away from the red triangles for now. Oh, yes, I can see him on the map now. Hello. You there. Topic. Bring up topic.
Let me ask you something.
Oh, you mean that recipe Giovanna asked about? Admittedly, I'm not too familiar with the recipe itself, but I know plenty about its ingredients. Buckwheat is my specialty. That's been passed down my family tree for generations. As millers, we know our wheat. Really now? That's wild. I guess I shouldn't be too surprised, though. What with the galettes being the big thing here? Yep. It was my family that first imported buckwheat flour to the village, in fact. So I dare say it's in my blood. Oh, that's a problem. You might want to get that looked at. You don't want wheat in your blood. So, how do you make buckwheat dough? There are 2 main ways you can do it. A simpler way is to just use only buckwheat flour. That's called 100% dough. The second is to mix buckwheat flour with standard wheat flour. You can play around with the ratio of buckwheat to wheat, and that can change the dough pretty significantly. The most common ratio is 80% dough. That's 80% buckwheat, 20% wheat. So the way you make the dough isn't always the same. There's more to this than I thought. The more buckwheat you have in the dough, the easier it dries out. So working with higher buckwheat ratios takes more skill, especially when you're kneading it. That's about the gist of it. Huh, a lot more complicated than I gave it credit for. Thanks for the crash course. My pleasure. Give my regards to Giovanna, would you? Let's give it a crack and see what we come up with. Right. Well, we'll go speak to the mayor first. I like the music here. Very calming, very relaxing. Hello!
Can we talk?
Ah, is this about Giovanna's sober efforts? I'm sorry to hear that she's having trouble with it. But I do appreciate you helping her. Hope she gets the recipe just right. Well, the field's not my forte, but I make sure I always do the job right. You leave it to us. That's the spirit, young man. As for the soba, I can give you some insight on the source if you'd like. My mother was born quite far to the east. She became skilled at preparing the cuisine growing up. From what I remember, soba sauce is made by first preparing a base soup stock, then adding the flavor of choice to it. Huh, can you tell us more? The flavoring is a blend of various spices and sauces, usually local to the area. When the blend is finished, you mix it into the soup stock. Soba stock would traditionally use kelp or dried bonito, to my knowledge. But there are many other bases you can use: dried vegetables, mushrooms, sardines, and the like. Really, anything goes, so long as it tastes good. So you can personalize the flavor of the soba that way. I see. But kelp and bonito don't appear to be common ingredients here. At least I'm not particularly familiar with them. Probably bigger out in the east. I see. We could probably use stuff more common around here instead. Like a crab. So what should we make the soup stock out of? Giovanna mentioned basil. Basil would work in a pinch, sure. But I'm thinking if we want to really make the soba pop, we should get something stronger. Seafood's a good bet. We just need something we can find around here. Shrimp, maybe? Think we could get some of that? As it so happens, some of our merchants do carry that. Shrimp is common in the Eastern cuisine, so you should be able to find some from specialty merchants. I think I have some in my house, in fact. If you'd like it, you need only ask. Perfect. Hopefully we don't gotta raid your pantry, but if we do, we'll let you know. Nice, our ingredients are secured. Secured indeed. Mission accomplished. Thank you for your help, Mayor Wen. Oh, my pleasure. I see some wonderful soba in my future. Okay, that should be good enough. I think we have a good grasp on the subject now. So do we go back to Giovanna's now? Actually, I think we're still missing something. Oh, and what would that something be? A secret spice, that's what. Nothing wrong with sticking to the basics, but I say if we're making our own, put a little spin on it. Something off the beaten path, Maybe something that grows around here. How about local plants? We could probably find some stuff down by the creek. I'm not sure what you mean, but you sound really confident about it. I trust you on this one. Cool. If we don't find anything, no biggie. Okay. A door! So down by the creek. So we got over there and over there. So we can go hand it in if we want from the looks of it, but we'll see what's down here. Oh, look at this right here. It's a weed or something? Is this even edible? I don't believe I've seen a plant like this before. Yeah, this here is what's called a fresh ingredient. City slickers, take note. Not common in the Central East either, so I imagine you don't see any out there either. What is it? Man took the plant by the stem and plucked it. Now, Far Eastern spice recipes call for wasabi. And while this ain't the same thing, it's still called mountain wasabi, and for good reason. Packs a hell of a kick. Yeah, this'll do just fine. Oh. You shred this up, grind it into a paste, and bam! Instant winner. I see, so this is what raw horseradish looks like. Interesting. So is it similar to other kinds of radishes? Oh boy, you don't want to eat like other radishes, no. Might as well kiss your tongue goodbye if you do. That'd be fine, wouldn't it? What's the worst that could happen? Is it really that strong? Yes. I'm not a picky eater, I can take it. Now I'm eager to try horseradish and soba noodles both. I think that about does it then. Let's bring Giovanna up to speed. Obtained horseradish. Cool. So yeah, we'll head back now because there's nothing else going on from the looks of it. What's that? Ah, the Ubo factory is there. Okay. Yo, we picked up on a lot of stuff from the villagers. Oh, thank you very much. If possible, I'd like to try and make another batch and you can guide me as I make them. Would that work for you? Go on then. Ditcher. No. Sure thing. Thank you. Let's move to my kitchen. Oh heavens, I forgot. My house is just a mess right now. I'm sorry, could you give me just a minute to clean up? What timing. If you're in need of a kitchen, mine is ready and waiting. Ah, Mayor Wen. I thought I'd stop by and see how things are going. Good that I did. Best to strike while the iron's hot, no? You'd be welcome to use my kitchen instead of cleaning yours up first. Oh, thank you so much. I'll gladly accept. Let's head for the mayor's house then. I'll just need to stop by my house real quick to grab some cookware and ingredients. Sure, we'll help you carry whatever you need. This is getting really exciting. I do look forward to these noodles we'll make. I do as well. Well, make yourselves at home. My husband told me you'll be borrowing our kitchen. Help yourselves to whatever you might need. We'll be upstairs if you need anything from us. Don't hesitate to bug us if you run into trouble. I'm looking forward to seeing how your noodles come out. Thank you both so much. I promise they'll be worth the wait. Now then, we have the kitchen, we have the ingredients. All that's left is to put it all together. Do let me know if anything seems off to you. I'm counting on you. Sounds good. Glad to help. Oh, I can't wait. So first and foremost, the dough. It was 80-20, wasn't it? That's what we want, really. I remember that you can use 100% buckwheat or you can substitute wheat to make a ratio of your choosing. At the time, I figured, well, the more buckwheat, the merrier. So I just went all in with it. So you went for 100%? I did, yes. Should we stick with 100% dough then? Buck the trend. Not to be pushy, but I think a lower ratio would be better, like 80-20. Motona was telling me about how 100% dough is really tricky to work with. Dries out before you know it. So adding some standard wheat into the mix should help when you're kneading it. I see, well that does make sense. Let's go ahead and do 80% buckwheat then. Now to knead it. Oh goodness, you're right. It's so much more hydrated than before. This is much easier. This should hold up better when I cut it. I think the ratio really was the secret. Smells good too. It's looking great already. I'm excited to see the completed dish. Right, onto the sauce now. I think the stock was where I went wrong last time. Tried using basil, and it didn't turn out very well. What would you recommend instead? Go with the shrimp. Let's try using shrimp this time. Mayor said he had some in his pantry. Don't imagine they'll have a problem with us borrowing some, as long as we offer them in a bowl. Shrimp? I see. Let's try that then. I'll go and find the shrimp for her. I'll keep an eye on the pot for when it starts boiling. Van and company made themselves busy helping Giovanna with the noodles. Under their watchful eyes, the dish was finally assembled. Looks alright. Now this is superb. The smell alone makes my mouth water. So these are proper Soba Noodles. I've never had them before, but they look scrumptious. I'm flattered. I couldn't have done it without all your help. Now let's see how it tastes, shall we? Oh yeah, man, I'm starving. Thank you for treating us. Thanks. Van and company dug right in. Oh wow. It tastes really funny, but in a good way. It's delicious. Can I have seconds, please? You haven't even finished that. Oh yeah, the hint of shrimp with that earthly note from the buckwheat. Right there is a winner. 5 stars. I'd wolf them down again. I can really taste the natural flavors in the dish. It's almost like a sample of the entire region. You mentioned this was a Far Eastern recipe? This stands out even among them. It's unlike anything I've eaten before. I really wasn't expecting the flavor profile to be so complex. Turned out simply wonderful. This does bring me back. The taste is always so comforting to me, no matter how long I go between bowls. I dare say you've mastered this recipe. Make sure you try some of the horseradish too, eh? It's freshly shredded and so to really light up your taste buds. Oh, good point. I might as well give it a try. I wonder how it might complement the noodles. You told us just a little bit, right? Don't see the harm in adding a little more. I could take the spices of Central Eastern recipes, so this'll be a cake. Anya's and Ferry decide to try the horseradish with their noodles. Uh-oh. What is that? It's not just spicy. I can't even taste the noodles anymore. I really don't like that. I prefer the noodles by themselves. Goodness, this is strong indeed. Imagine that's to do with how fresh it is. It's acidic at first, but the aftertaste is quite pleasant. I can see the appeal. It's just an acquired taste. Yep, it's a very mature flavor. Not for the faint of heart, but once you try it, it hooks you. You don't like it though? That ain't a problem. You can just have it as is. Instead, the buckwheat's plenty flavorful on its own. Why do I feel like I just lost a fight? Van is quite the seasoned eater, isn't he? He is, apparently. There's something admirable about it. Appetites thoroughly whetted, the group made quick work of their Soba Noodles. Thank you all so much. I'm glad I was able to do the recipe justice. Now I just need to practice it, so come festival time, they'll be even tastier. Looking forward to it. I'm glad I got to try Far Eastern cuisine for myself. This really was delicious. Thank you very much for the meal, Giovanna.
Mission accomplished. Great job, you guys.
Indeed.
Love to see it.
What about the money?
Reward deposited.
Yes! Are we at 1 yet? Like, come on, it's gotta be there. It's like just so close. So close. Alright. Is there anything else going on around? We can speak to the dog from the looks of it. I want the map. Like, no, she doesn't have a different dot now. Okay, let's speak to you two. Grr. Pup's been on edge lately. Oh. Just got back from a hunt and I heard the news. You telling me monsters attacked a bus? Yeah, I was rolling by the village and it just got jumped. We fought them off though, no injuries to the passengers. Good, good. They were lucky to have you there. Something about that attack rubs me the wrong way. I noticed the monsters were acting all sorts of weird out on my hunts. Oh, you've seen them firsthand? What specifically was strange about them? So I run into these packs of wolves around the village sometimes, and I've noticed them getting a lot more territorial recently. Can't really call it violent or aggressive though. Feels like something else. So the monsters are on edge? Or otherwise acting up? That's what I'm noticing, yeah. It doesn't feel like anger, it feels like fear. What if it's anything to do with that stone we were told about, the one they found in the archaeological dig? Don't know what could be rattling them so hard, though. They hadn't been causing trouble until now. You'll watch yourselves out there. Don't mean to nag you, though. Don't you need me to remind you? Oh, no, by all means. Thank you for the warning. Take care on your hunts. So, Van, does that mean... Maybe. We don't know for sure that the wolves that hounded the bus were acting the same way. But we know it could have been something else. But that's a good guess, so let's keep it in mind. I want to get to the bottom of this myself. Doubt I need to tell you, but you'll be careful out there too. Oh, we will, mate, we will. Don't you worry, don't you worry. Right. The fuzz. Hey, can we go inside? Ha-ha! Nice. So, you were the guys who saved those passengers. You have my thanks. No prob. Hey, mind if I ask you a few questions? Trying to look into the attack myself. I see. I do appreciate your help, but I'm not sure I want to get wrapped up in that whole situation myself. Oh, you'll be fine. Real jiffy, I promise. And full disclosure here, we're acting on the authority of a certain intelligence department. What? You don't mean the CID? Let's just say I got the big boys on speed dial. Oh dear, Van. Wait, what's he talking about? He's, very good at stretching the truth. He's not technically lying, but... well, I suppose it won't kill me. What do you want to ask about? Right, so we're looking into this band of Jaegers that blew through town maybe 10-ish days ago. But thinking they might have come back recently. You seen anything that fits their description? Yeah, actually, I do recall bumping into a shady woman loitering around here. She was in the area alone on my patrol 3 nights ago. I saw her again the following night. Right, so she was here 3 days ago. Okay. Well, 3 nights ago. That has to be her. You said she was alone? She was, yeah. Found that strange myself. And that she only showed up at night made her even more suspicious. I see. Do you know what her motive might have been? I can't say for certain. None of the villagers reported assault or stolen goods at the time. And it's not unheard of for Jaegers to stop here for supplies. I don't see any criminal intent in her behavior. Suspicious though it was. Fair enough. Guess she stands out just by being a Jaeger, even if she ain't causing trouble. What we do know now is that she came back twice, well after her unit came through. Yeah, by herself. We really don't see monster attacks much, especially not on buses. I'll make sure to relay that to my superiors though. Monsters are usually the Brace's problems anyway. There should be one coming down for a patrol soon, so hopefully they can clean things up. Who knows, maybe it'll be Beauty's Blade or some other big shot. Maybe Jin? Maybe. Maybe. Right, so, Orbal Factory. Hello there! Welcome. Oh, you must be the travelers I've heard about. How can I help you? Anything you need done with your orbments? Maintenance, maybe? You just leave it to me. I'm no greenhorn, despite what the boss says. Thanks, we might hit you up for that in a bit, but right now I want to ask you some questions. You recall seeing a band of Jaegers come around 10 days ago? Jaegers, actually, yeah. I think I saw the boss talking to this Jaeger-looking girl. That would have been, what, the night before last? Yeah, pretty sure. Guessing she needed work done on her weapon or some supplies, maybe? Night before last, though. I think it might have been something else. She has to borrow our truck. I think she was doing some hauling that night. Hauling what? I don't know. Yeah, that is odd. Coming out alone under the cover of darkness just to haul stuff around? I know, right? It made me awfully curious. At the time, I thought, like, maybe she just needs some tools or equipment or something? Maybe for fixing up their guns or other stuff. Good to know. Thanks. The people at the inn said she came through 3 days ago. But then she came back the following night because she talked to the factory's boss the night before last.
All right, let's go monster hunting. To the highway we go.
Shouldn't we talk to some more people before we head out?
Nah, we've gotten every scrap of info they have to give.
Are you sure? I wanted to help repair the bus, but the boss said no. He ended up working on it by himself. I mean, I like to think I'm no greenhorn anymore. He trusts me to go out and buy the materials we need even. But I want to do more than that. I want to do something big, like building my own machines from scratch or putting aftermarket mods on something. But well, maybe I really am rushing it. I don't know what I don't know. That's true, you wouldn't, would you? My ancestors, they were Eastern-style blacksmiths. My parents would always tell me about their philosophy. Your work is the sum of your knowledge. I wonder how well that translates into the modern age. Good point. Alright, purchase equipment.
What do you need?
Okay, so that's what you've got anyway. That accuracy could be nice. For Ferry. Yeah, it's just a straight upgrade, isn't it? Okay.
There you go. Thanks.
Should see about that strengthening as well. Let's see what we've got here. Cool. Yeah, so that was it for that. And I want to see about equipping. Because we do have accessory slots for you. Item drop rate up. Yeah, we'll go with the red pendulum for you. Oh, I didn't want to talk to you. I wanted to use your shop. And purchase.
What do you need?
Customize. Get that going up.
There you go. Thanks.
So is that us upgraded? Yes, we got the plus ones there. That's okay then, that's cool. Yeah, I think we did good there. So let's see about heading out, although it says... Try and look at the... So it's got the country as the badge's sort of like picture for the police. Even though the helmet has the sort of like Calvard symbol icon, like leaf thing. Yeah, we'll head out and see what's going on out here now. The thief, he stole my bike, the bastard. Are you all right? Yeah, I'm okay. Just this guy came walking up to me just now, middle-aged, but I couldn't really catch his face. He muttered something about needing to get away in a hurry, and then he nicked my bike. Son of a, it's more than a bike to me. He's gonna pay for this. That's just incorrigible. Van, we should give chase. But wait, wouldn't this count as a job? Do we need to get an agreement first? Normally, this would be the police work. Normally. But who knows how long their response time might be. We're right here, and they're not. You got a sec? We're a group called Arkwright Solutions. I can get your bike back for a price. What kind of price? Oh, you're the ones who saved the bus from those monsters, aren't you? Then, yes, please, I'll hire you. That bike means the world to me. We've crisscrossed the whole country together on my fishing trips. If you can catch up to him and get it back, then I'll pay you whatever you want. I don't have much, but I won't have anything without my bike. Let's then? Well, I was thinking about scouring the highway anyway. Convenient little excuse we got here. Let's hit the road, gang. Might still be able to catch him on foot. Okay. Let's be off. I mean, we've got a
Time
car.
to start working.
So, can't we just get the car? Like, drive the car around and just do that? This road is surrounded by so much natural beauty and the air is so crisp and fresh. It's too bad the monsters here and there are spoiling such lovely scenery. Exterminate them. On the plus side, they don't seem as riled up as they did when they attacked the bus. As long as we don't go out of our way to provoke them, I don't think there'll be a problem. I agree, just be aware that could change at any moment. I don't think enough time has passed since the bus incident for us to let our guards down here. Stay alert. We will. Change formation. I think we get the idea on that. Tactics. Ooh. Press right to open tactics from the main menu. Okay, I might look into that later at some point. Let's get one of every enemy as we make our way
Arts attacks advised.
up.
Take this done. Let's get to work. One more.
If it's that sort of thing, like we're doing one of every enemy, but we don't have to go into a full-on proper battle, do we? I probably want to go over to arts for you.
Take this down.
No, press it too much.
Combat finished. Gathering data.
Big chicken!
Right there.
Enemy stunned. Now's the time to deploy shards.
Nah.
Right there.
Get stunned again.
Ooh, I have a treasure chest. Right there.
A treasure chest? Where? Oh, yeah.
Right there. Wrap this up.
Here we go.
Praise Arusha and the flames.
Yes. You know, I haven't checked if they've got, like, messages in these. Nah. Can't interact with it again. So, there's another big chicken there. Yeah, it's just so much I could
Looks like
take
the
out.
gang's all here.
We've done you. So much more greenery now. Like, it feels like we're in the countryside rather than flat road.
Now, let's finish the job.
Beginning combat. Your charge attack's ready, you know.
Right there. Lynched.
Did the other guys actually do any damage while we're doing this?
Right there.
So, what's the verdict? Find anything strange?
Like what?
Nope. Nothing that fit the hunter's description anyway. I did it! Let's try searching around just a little more.
Like, yeah, I'm very much liking this more field battle system for just the random stuff. Like, yeah, it just feels correct.
An enemy mob. Want to clear him out?
Nah, we're alright. Oh, there's the bike. Do you think this is that man's stolen bike? That's what I put my money on. It sure wasn't here when we passed in the truck. Would have ran over it. Looks to be partially damaged, unfortunately. But at least we can recover it for him. Now I'm just curious what happened to the man who stole it. Yeah, the owner told us. The thief said he mentioned needing to run away from something, didn't he? Why would he just discard it here? Guessing something happened that they weren't counting on. This might be a peaceful area, but there's still monsters around. It ain't hard to guess what could have happened. That sounded like a wolf howling. I can sense a bunch of monsters around a single point a little ways away. Do you think the bicycle thief is under attack? Could well be. Let's get a move on in the direction we heard that howl from. I think we need to speak with the thief before we can call this case closed. Let's hurry. Let's hurry. Like, definitely something going on here. I thought it was going to be the mint head guy, but no.
Oh, looks like a chest.
Ha ha. Lovely. Well, this is some mess. Looks like they're fighting over who gets to eat him. What? Who are you? Oh, like I care who you are. Just help me, please. They just came at me all of a sudden. They're gonna have me for... Keep your voice down. You'll just provoke them. Hello. Hey. Are you okay? Not more wolves. There's something off about them. Oh, half the wolves just ran away. Why? Looks like the other half aren't going to back down so easily, though. Something's really got them in a frenzy. Just look at how red their eyes are. I want to know what's happened to make them this way, but they aren't going to wait for us to find out. At least we don't have to deal with as many of them as we thought. Let's do this!
Activating shards.
Alright.
A chance!
Now, you do have something going on, so let's go with
Certain
Ignis
arts will be more
Rampage.
effective.
Going
So,
all in.
get a burn
Energy
going out there,
output
that's
maximum.
nice.
Activating skill.
Give me power! Yeah! You're finished! Ignis! Rampage!
Boost gauge limit broken.
Nice bit of burn going on there. Nice, nice, nice. Let's get that there.
Initializing drive.
It's alright.
Chance.
Let's boost it a little. Get some crafts. We'll go with the coin bullets.
Good luck!
I'll pull it back a bit.
Flames protect us!
I was hoping to get all three, but I don't think I can.
Think fast. Take this.
There!
A chance.
A chance. That's all we need is a chance.
Activating skill!
You're crushed.
I won't lose!
Go normal attacks now. Ooh, quite strong, aren't you?
Activating skill! Now!
Yes. Oh, I was hoping for some level uppos. Phew, that takes care of them. I apologize if I'm wrong, but did you recently steal a bicycle? If you did, we'd like to ask you a few questions. Yes, me, go ahead. I'm not gonna try and fight you. Hello? What was that? Yeah, that looked very different. Between the wolves that attacked that bus and the ones we just had to fight, something's definitely not right here. It's like they're being controlled by fear somehow. I just can't put my finger on it. Are you alright, Van? We still haven't questioned our suspect. Oh, right. We're at Arkwright Solutions. We're here on behalf of a guy who had his bike stolen. We managed to recover it, but I don't think just getting that back is going to satisfy our client. Why'd you steal it at all? Come on, fess up. Don't play dumb with me. There's no way you're here on behalf of that guy. You came to Clio to shake some mirror out of me, didn't you? What are you talking about? Do you know him, Van? No. I know he was on that bus, but I never met him before that. What's going on? What? That's what I want to know. Then you're not a debt collector from the companies I owe money to? Really? No, we're Arkwright Solutions, just like I said. I'm not going to say we never do debt collection work, but we haven't been asked to come for you, that's for sure. Oh, Adios, what a relief. I did all that for nothing. So the reason you stole that bicycle was because you assumed Van was a debt collector and wanted to run away from him? Yeah, I borrowed a lot of money from a bunch of different places over the years. It's gotten to the point where I'm too deep in to get out. So I figured my only hope was to flee abroad. That's why I ended up on that bus. But I saw you as soon as we arrived in Creel and I could tell you were a pro. I was convinced you had to be someone who'd come to collect my debts. After that, I was just looking for an opportunity to flee as far away as possible. And when the opportunity presented itself, you stole some guy's bike and rode off, only to get surrounded by monsters immediately after. Well, I'm glad we were able to clear up that misunderstanding between us. How about we go back to the village for now then? There's no guarantee that more monsters won't come for us, and we need to return that bicycle to its owner. I think that's a good idea. Don't try and run away from us again, you hear? I won't. I doubt I could escape from you guys even if I wanted to. Then off we go. Oh. That's simple, is it? Can we fast travel back? Yes, we can. Hello! Hey, is everyone alright? Kyle, I didn't expect you to leave the village. You really were sweating over that bike, huh? That'd be the same if it was my truck, so I can't say I don't get how you feel. Wait, is the truck okay? I think that about sums up all that happened. Your bicycle is now officially back in your hands, even if it is a little worse for wear. Phew, thank you so much. I'm just happy to have it back. I'm glad we were able to help you. Alright, need to ask how much you charge? I hope I've got enough to cover your costs. If it'll cost more than about 20,000 mira, I might need to pay in installments. Well, we don't charge anywhere near that. We're not here to rip you off, you know. We're a little more expensive than the Bracer Guild, but we only charge for time spent and necessary expenses. Really? What a relief. You're clearly really good at what you do, so I thought you'd charge an arm and a leg. I'll make sure to wire you your money later then. Right, it's time to talk about what to do about our friend here. How do you want us to handle this? If you've got any requests, we're all ears. I really am sorry for stealing it. It was just all a stupid misunderstanding on my part. I know, how about I pay these guys in your place? It might take me a while to gather the money, though. So please, give a guy a break. And if he means what he says, my heart says to forgive him. You're too kind, Kyle. You're too kind. Feels like he shouldn't get off almost completely scot-free after stealing someone's property, though. Yeah. You don't have any good ideas on what to do in a situation like this, do you? Oh no. I can't think of anything off the top of my head. I know how we'd handle it as warriors, but I know it's not the same here. How about we have him sign some kind of legally binding document? I suspect there's an even better way of handling this, though. We're dealing with a guy who's already on the run from his debts. If we go soft on him, he's not going to take this seriously. One option is to just hand him into the authorities and do this by the books. Kind of bugs me to leave the client's bike damaged too. That's not fair on him at all. Maybe we could have the thief work here in town to raise the money to repair it? Yeah, I like the idea of that. What should we do? Put him to work? Normally I'd say we should hand him over to the authorities. But how does making him pay for the bike's repairs sound to you? You know I don't have that kind of mirror, right? Or any at all, for that matter. Sure, that's why you'll be working in the village to earn it. What? That does sound good. That way he'll have time to reflect on what he did, and I won't have to shell out for mirror for repairs. But I feel like I'll be causing trouble for the people here with this solution. I'll help smooth things over with them, don't worry. Oh, and don't even think of using this as a chance to escape, buddy. If you try that, I'll contact the cops or those debt collectors you got, and you'll never be able to go out in public again. Gah. I guess this is how things gotta be. Man, I never should have stolen that bike. We should make our way back to the village now, then. We should. Hey, you guys. Oh, did you have business outside the village? Yeah, but we got it all wrapped up now. How's the bus holding up? Well, it's nothing that can't be fixed, but it'll take us the rest of the day to get it up and running again. Thankfully, my supervisors were understanding. They said we can head back tomorrow morning. Still, I'm sorry about this whole situation. You said you were headed to some country called Remiferia, right? Yeah, and it's not exactly a stone's throw away from here. And I really don't want to make the trip at night, so we had to make lodging arrangements for all the passengers. Oh, really? How'd you work that out? I didn't think the inn had enough rooms for everyone. We actually have a village hall where people can stay in an emergency. I'm letting the passengers stay there tonight free of charge. That's really nice of you. I'm sure they'll all be breathing a sigh of relief. Yeah, we owe him big time, and our company isn't about to let that debt go unpaid. Speaking of which, they also agreed to pay you too. They'll wire the mirror to you soon. Heck, they might have even already done it by now. Nice, appreciate the business, my man. And if you ever find yourself in another jam, just give us a ring. Oh yeah, there's something else I wanted to run by you. And what might that be? Van informed the mayor about the bicycle theft and asked if the corporate could perform community service in Creel to pay for its repairs. Thrilled to have an extra pair of working hands, the mayor accepted and went with them to speak to the inn's owner, Ben, about employing Nathan there. Ben was all too happy to approve the plan, and thus Nathan began his stint as a janitor, where he would do menial chores for many weeks to come.
That takes care of that.
Reward deposited.
Come on, it's gotta be at 1 now, right? Yes! Finally! Yes! There we go. Oh, it's lovely. Alright, we're making headway in our investigation. We now know for sure that Ada was here 3 days ago. Not only that, but she also was spotted the following day. We also learned that the monsters around here are acting strange. Yeah, I don't know what to make of that yet. Feel like the puzzle pieces are coming together, but we're still a few short of the full picture. We'll worry about that later, though. It's about time we head on back to the inn. What? We're staying here? There's no way Ada is still in the village. Shouldn't we be out there looking for her? Not tonight. There's no telling where she might have gone, and I'm not about to go on a wild goose chase. She could be in Remiferia or Ed Nord Highlands. The list goes on. Besides, I'm catching a whiff of something, and it ain't the galates. Something smells fishy here. What do you mean exactly? You're talking about the monsters? Well, yeah, they're part of it too. Anyway, you gotta be prepared to head back to the capital tomorrow. Anya's with or without us. Yes, I know. I'll take a look at the bus schedule soon. But first, we should check in at the inn. Good idea. The passengers aren't staying there, so they should have an open room or two. Oh, it's a lovely room. Well, here we are. Sorry that we didn't have more than one room for you all. Oh no, that's on us. We should have thought to book 2 rooms in advance. Those beds look super comfy. It's like they're inviting me to climb in, curl up and conk out. We're thinking about eating at around 7. I'll have one of those sweet galates. Coming right up. I'll be sure you get the finest we have. In the meantime, please make yourselves comfortable. It's not like we had any other choice. Besides, Fairy's here too, so it's gonna be fine. Yes, totally fine. Are you okay, Anyas? Are you feeling a little under the weather? No, I'm perfectly fine. Never been better. Anyway, the plan was to gather a little bit more information before dinner, right? Then there's no time to waste. Let's drop our luggage here and get back to work. Huh? Okay. Should we start with the old guy at the general store? Sure, sounds good.
Mirror deposit confirmed.
Yes! Oh. Business trip destinations. You can write an SP report from an inn or a room Van is using while out on a job. Okay. Solve.
That's how it goes.
E++.
Rank up.
Yeah!
I'll be taking that.
Ooh. Not bad. Not bad at all. Right, so we shall use this as a point to end this part, and in the next part, we'll go do some extra recon like it says. Ta-da for now.